Episode 186, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary folk alike. We welcome everyone to the Polty universe. Now, Marto is absolutely on fire, Tassie. And there's a lot of competition in this group who is like, crossing swords, who's got the biggest peeper, all this sort of stuff. But we all just sit back and just bow to the great man who's down in Grafton.
I am.
In Grafton? What are you doing in Grafton, Marto?
Bit of a family reunion, get together. The old Nan, she's coming of age, 90 years old.
90.
Yeah, so we all got together to get a
now, Marto. I know you've already framed the mark, but what's the odds on Nan getting to 100? Is she odds on?
You got past 70, mate.
Mate, I can tell you now, Pezza, she's a certainty. I mean, you don't realise something. No, seriously, if you have a look at the background, all right. They're giants in Marto's family. I mean, have a look at the size of the bed. I mean, look how big it is. They're just giants. Now, Marto, he's trying to sit on the bed, but he can't even get up on top to sit on it.
No, that's right. Now, talking about giants, last week we welcomed the great man back. What's his name, Taz? I've forgotten his name. What's his name?
Brian. No, Tony.
Not Brian, no.
I had to warn him a bit, but... Tony Anthony.
Right, Tony. Right, how could we forget? The great man came back last week after a bit of a spell. He's been out for a spell. And it was great to see the great man back. And we had a lot of expectations. And I had a kid over here, Marto, giving me a speech. We had a speech contest. She said, and she's actually pregnant at 21. Anyway, he said, don't have any expectations and you'll never be disappointed. What a great persuasive speech. Last week, I had high expectations about Tony. How did he go, Taz?
Yeah.
Oh, look, he got a couple of placings. I mean, I think I don't want to be certain, but I think he's. I mean, like we talk about how good Marto is, right?
Wow, Marto.
Because Marto's gone 10 in 320, right? Yes. But the 10 have been the last week.
But the 10 have been the last week. That's right.
That's right. But
Marto's
Tone is 10 from 320 as well, except he's 10 with 220 weeks ago.
Right. Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
I understand.
So I don't know. Now, read into that anything you like.
We welcomed Tone back last week. I think he's thrown out 14, but we'll say 10. He's gone 0. But he's had a couple of plays here. And the big man, he's given me a couple of Harry hindsights on the old messenger. Oh, Pez, I would have thrown out 2 winners today out of 3 tips. And Tone, doesn't matter about the Harry hindsight, mate. You got to get it up. We got to, shut down the
If it's not out there, no one's on.
Yeah.
If it's not out there, no one's on. No one's following.
That's right.
Now, Marto was expecting a spike in viewership on our great channel.
Yeah, all Tone's fans.
Everyone's fan, all Tone's fans. I'm sure he would have been on the old messenger going, "Hey, boys, I'm back." But unfortunately, we're 30% down in viewership last week.
30% down.
Slap.
Down.
You know why I think that's happened?
Why?
Honestly?
How?
Because I'll tell you how. Because what Tone does is he videos the video show.
Oh.
He does his own edit reels.
Oh.
And he posts it out on his own channel. He makes sure, because you know how he's got the podcast.
Oh, the podcast.
He lets everyone know about the podcast. Make sure you watch Tone's reels.
Oh, my God.
And that's what he does. So they're over there watching it, courtesy of the podcast. So well done, Tone.
Well done, Tone. Yeah.
We don't have a problem. We do love you.
We know you're watching, mate. We know you're watching, Tone. I hope you're right, mate, because these two have just given you that many slaps. You've got to take the full 8 count now and get up and start again.
Yeah, mate. Fair income.
Off the canvas, Tone. Come on, mate.
It's so cold over here in Fukuoka, and it's a bit like Tone's tipping. I've got a beanie on. Anyway, back to man was absolutely crunched in the Kickstarter for Pezza, but ran like me. And, of course, Dakota Vroom put a line through it. I'm going to do it. Tassie, I'm going to do it. Rowick.
You did. Yeah, it was. We haven't seen it for a while. Yeah, it was.
I was on Dakota Vroom myself, and I thought she sort of missed the start and never recovered after that.
Just a lazy 6, Marto.
Yeah, standing in the gates.
But,
nice.
Defiant Boom, no Defiant. But I'll tell you what, on Wednesday there was a Boom Horse one at 126 to 1. Pezza might add a couple of bucks each way. Love me a Boom Horse, Tassie.
We all love a Boom Horse. This one it was defined. It was just defined in booming.
Yeah.
So that's all.
Well said.
You know what I mean?
Well
Yeah,
said.
but it did run a drum. As for Midtown Boss, not great.
Not great.
Not terrible, just not great.
Was expecting a bit more, but unfortunately,
definitely
it didn't finish Midtown. Now, wow, the Phantom. How good's the Phantom? We actually sort of nearly profited a little bit last week. We got back about 4.5, 5 times our money. So well done, Phantom.
Well,
On your Phantom.
That's it. No, he's done all right. I mean, I know that Venom always lines him up, but he's done all right. Good on him.
But anyway, this all started last week, boys and girls, non-binary folk alike. Chris Martin just throws out a Kickstarter in Dunkel, and wow.
Oh, Dunkel. How good was it?
How good was that? It was a magical watch.
Yeah,
the front, a couple hundred to go, and just ended.
Bloody oath. The left cross, the right hook, and then later on, Happy Valley, we've thrown the roundhouse kick to knock the bookies down to the canvas.
Marto, just wait, mate. I'm going to give you the sprint. I'm going to give it all, mate. Just wait. He's
premature. Seriously, Marto, relax.
And then Zoo gotcha. Wow,
you've got to enjoy the foreplay a little bit.
Yeah, Marto.
Enjoy the foreplay.
Build into everything, and then you just
all right.
Jeez, hold back, mate. Now I understand what all the women have said.
I tell you what, I think there's a few people nervous around Grafton at the moment. I tell you. Zoo gotcha. What a run. First up, bang.
What a great run.
Strong to the line.
Beautiful first up run. A little bit of give in the track, I think, helped him out, but geez, it was a strong run.
And then, of course, Marto, on Sunday, you thought, oh, well, Super Sunny Sing in a field of 6 was actually the second biggest price in the race, drifted out to around $8.50. And you thought to yourself, Super Sunny Sing's had a bit of bad luck recently, and I think today's going to get the day. And then the favourite takes off like a scalded cat. You must have been giggling, seeing you're on the biggest back marker in the race.
Set this one up perfectly for it. But ordinary runs, I think it was running in stronger company and a bit further distance too. So coming back to the mile, it was just cherry ripe and couldn't say no back onto Happy Valley track as well.
Yeah, went through a gap and actually put them away in the end. So it was a really nice.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then you just thought, oh, well, Wednesday I might throw out one Hazel Baby.
Oh, that's right, Hazel Baby, yes. Hazel Baby, that was the best of the day, actually. So I shared that with you. You're welcome.
And then you thought, well, I might just go back to Honkers and throw out Super Joy Fortune.
Super Joy Fortune. Beautiful first up win. First run win. Second up start. The first run was just phenomenal with the sectional time. So I just thought I'd run into it again, and we got about $4 there as well.
Unbelievable, mate. If I was a Punt King follower, I'd be coming over to Pulte, I tell you, because you didn't share all the winners over on Punt Kings. There was a couple there.
Not all of them. There's a couple that have been exclusive to Pulte, just because they're
Tassie.
A little bit more boisterous in their following.
Look, I'm very curious, Marto. Did any of the breeding did you analyse that when you looked at your selections? I mean, did you think, this thing's bred by X? I don't know, any of them. Because over the last few weeks, you've also delved into the breeding of a horse. And I've just wondered if it sort of influenced, or did computer just go,
no computer, it's all human.
No, I'm implying I'm implying you're the computer. Because that's what you're like at the moment.
Marto's,
sometimes yes, Taz. It's more about track and distance and what it's suited to. So that does come down to breeding sometimes, yes.
Taz,
perfect. Yes, mate.
Marto's got ChatGTP and Google Bard actually on
the board.
Because
this
week Marto's been AI-like.
Well, Marto's AI is legal plagiarism, because they're not telling you anything new, are they?
No,
it's all regurgitated information.
Marto, that's a bit deep for this show, I'll tell you.
Well, what I want to know, Marto, is are you also sharing these tips on your OnlyFans page?
OnlyFans?
OnlyFans.
Yeah, I got the old
because you're looking quite sharp too.
I'll tell you what, Taz, can I ask Marto about the OnlyFans? Like, what's that little feather thing doing on the wall in the background there?
Wow. That's
a little dream catcher.
What's Marto been catching?
It's not just that. I'm also
look,
impressed.
I'll
tell you what, I'm
mums,
impressed with.
This is the nephew's
you're a
room he's
mums,
staying when he stays over, so
Oh,
he's
good
got
on
a
you,
little
Marto.
dream catcher on the wall.
Good on you, mate.
Marto, I love that you've actually tried to color code yourself and match it even with the linen of the bed.
The
You know, look at
linen.
the pillow and that.
Oh,
You know
no.
what I mean? It's
Jeez.
like, look at
Yeah,
me. This
good
is
thing, yeah.
definitely.
Oh.
Hey, I would not be surprised if tonight you're doing the edits for your OnlyFans page.
Oh, oh. Don't worry about maths.
Close the door for that one.
Don't worry about maths. That's a big show, isn't it? Maths.
Oh, it's horrible.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
Marto, get on. Don't worry about that.
It is
Tell you what,
horrible.
Marto, he gets me going a bit when he starts talking about, race 6, Randwick gets back. I start getting a little bit up and about like a little dog with his little lipstick out. Oh, Marto, tell me more, Marto. Oh, it's going to be outside. J-Max on. Oh, is that right, Marto? J-Max on. I get really excited.
Yeah, well,
anyway,
for the moment, the planets are still aligned, so everything's working out for us. And
no.
Eventually, we'll go tits up. I'm not.
We don't want it to go tits up.
I know that's going to happen. It does happen, but we don't want it to happen yet.
Thanks to Bet Galaxy. Thanks to Bet Galaxy
Yeah.
last week, Tassie, they gave us a free swing at Dunkle. They gave us even money for a top 2 finish. They'll treat themselves. And, they gave us an extra 50 for Warrnambool, Tassie. Thank you very much, Bet Galaxy.
Can't go wrong with that. And the beauty of the even money top 2 is what you could have done. Smart punters did this. Is you back Dunkle straight out.
Get a free
take
swing.
the $3. You take the $3, and then why not, if you want, take the $2 top 2 as your chop out, so you don't lose if it runs second. If it wins, you've effectively gotten. What is it? 5 to 1, 4 to 1, something.
You had a massive swing, so it was great. Great for the Warrnambool kitty. Thanks very much, Bet Galaxy. And if you're looking for a kitty, we can get you 100 back for your 100 deposit. So well done, Marto's absolutely stripped them last weekend.
Sorry, Bet Galaxy. It was a big weekend. It doesn't happen every week.
They're talking about a big weekend. Now here it is, Kickstarter. This is where we go. Al Kobe-san.
Kickstart. Let's go. Al Kobe-san. Absolutely brainer first up, set the track record at Rose Hill. I don't think the rain's going to come by the time they get to race 2. It's probably coming by around about race 4. So we're going to see a nice, fast, dry track again at Randwick. Our Kobe-san, barrier 1, J-Max on. He's 2 from 2. Let's go. He's gone up 3.5 kilos, but I reckon this field's got to find at least 2 lengths to catch him.
Yeah. Love Angela Davies having a go too. She's hasn't got many, but Jesus Christ, she got some runners.
This is a special one too.
Tassie's gone Eagle up north. Race 2.
That's it. Enough.
The Prince.
Enough of Marto. This show was always about me. So Marto, you've had your time in the lights. Thank you.
Go.
Well
what do you
done.
got for us, Taz?
All right. I'm going with the drums to start beating. Jungle Prince. Maloney stays on. Now, I did a little bit of research as well. This horse is bred by me, Tazino.
Tazino.
Yes. So this horse will get over ground. Look, first up, really impressive winning. Second up, did over race a little bit when it stepped up to 1,600. I think Maloney stays on board. There's no reason at 1,800 and whatever it is, it doesn't find the front, dictate the pace, and just blow them away. I think it just needs to settle a little bit better. It's a horse on the up. It's a horse that's still learning. 1,800. Breeding says yes. Maloney says yes. Tazelator says yes. 3 yeses equals win.
Nice. Tick, 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 tick. You've got a nice draw to take a good sit too. Sorry, Paz.
Yes.
All right. Flemington race 1, number 4, Sans Doute Day, or how do you say it? Sans Doute. Doubt. The Kiwi horse, we know that. It's come over and it's stolen a bit of the Australian coin. It's had 2 starts, 10 down the straight for 2 wins. 1,100 metres doesn't scare us. It's had 5 weeks between runs. It's had a jump out. Absolutely brained him in the jump out. Celine back on, claims a 1.5. Looks like a fielding 2 with Tim Tukey, but Sans Doute has beaten Tim Tukey on merit, I think, the last 2 starts. So it's a very fast horse.
Trained by Cuzzy Walker. He places him well. He's going well with his placement of his horses. So, very nice selection here.
It is a 2-horse race, and I think you're on the right one.
Yeah.
I think I looked at it. I mean, we talked about this offline, and you thought that maybe I was going to take it as a Kickstarter, which I nearly did.
Right.
But you know, I wanted to follow the Marto model.
The Marto,
go for the one go for the one that's shorter in price. So that way you're more assured of getting a win. So you know, if I can't be Marto, I want to be like Marto.
Well, you know, I was watching, you know, Marto's OnlyFans channel the other night. I was expecting a different tip, but you know, it's been really good recently because, you know, like you have to pay to watch Marto do stuff, but he's actually throwing out a few tips at winning. So it's sort of like a win-win, Taz.
Oh, look, mate, I've been watching Marto on his OnlyFans page too.
Right.
And he loves to throw out a big tip.
Yeah. Okay.
Moving on.
The Phantom on fire. He's gone 6 and 14 in quaddies, which is nearly not too bad at all for the Phantom.
It's pretty good, yes.
Taz was a little bit excited last week because I thought we got paid a little bit unders in the Sydney quaddie. Thought it might have paid a little bit more with a little bit of value in the second and the last leg. Anyway,
we didn't lose. Profit's profit.
Yeah, the Phantom's going 4 before in the Flemington quaddie. And then we're taking a look at the is it the Australian Guineas, Marto?
Australian Guineas, yes, that's the one.
The 4 before.
We've left out number 17 at about 150 skins, so there is a 17th horse there.
With reason.
On the page. Anyway, Taz has got one of his favourites here in the 2 in V8.
Yes, and I think over a mile it's going to be suited. I think I like the booking of D Lane as well. Look, Riff Rocket or whatever it was called. Geez, it was super impressive first up.
Very
impressive.
I didn't think it was going to, but you know, Marto, that was the old Bart Cummings system, wasn't it? Like, you know, run stayers, you know, first
fresh.
up over 1400.
Yeah, open the lungs up, get them going.
Yeah, but geez, it won well, didn't it?
Oh, it did. It beat my best of the day that day, actually. But Riff Rocket wasn't expected to win over 1400 and it's going to be better over 16. But I like V8s, to challenge it for sure.
Well, V8's coming on a different path, right, Taz?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And I think Riff Rocket is going out in distance in an ideal scenario. So it's not, this is, if you win as you go along, but if it doesn't win this, it's not going to change its preparation. Whereas I think V8, the mile is where it's primed to race. That said, I do think the Phantom's got it right. And
the Phantom's thrown in the 7, the Pentagon, which is a Kiwi horse on debut. It's a leader. So from 14, you think it's going to come straight across and lead. That's what it does. That's how the way it races. So
and it's thrown in Zip Away too.
And of course, and Zip Away. So he's gone. Every race is different form. The Phantom.
Yes.
You've got Kiwi form. You've got WA form in Zip Away because you just don't know how that's going to go first up in Victoria. And of course, V8 we know ran against the Brightside last start, and then of course Riff Rocket. What a first up win.
Pezza, the thing I love about this quaddie, it's 4 before by 4 before.
Yep.
And like whether the Phantom gets it or not, I think that everyone wants to give the Phantom a 4 before right across the head.
Yeah.
If he doesn't. So 4 before by 4 before.
I'll tell you what, the Phantom might have to start an OnlyFans page because Marto's making a bit of coin at the minute. Anyway, the round we quaddie now, Phantom hasn't listened to any of us. He's gone one out in the first when everyone had 2 in the first leg, but he's gone one out. How can you not, Fangirl in the very again for Waller, J-Mac on board.
Yeah.
Oh,
smashing
it. Absolutely smashing it.
To win the very elegant for Waller. I don't know. It's J-Mac.
It's hard to see anything challenging her, really, the way she won last start. And we're at race 7, so it's going to be a little bit wet by then. That's going to suit her as well without being too wet.
Cascadian, no Animo, Marto.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
No. And we're
Yeah,
not
I'm
too
just
sure,
curious,
we're
boys.
not too sure where Tissue's going to run. And Tissue's actually dual nominated. She's nominated in
Yeah,
Melbourne as
that's
well.
right.
So
Yeah.
I reckon she's going to
I'm-
Melbourne.
I'm
I don't know,
curious
mate.
though,
Definitely
boys.
will,
Gents, could this be? And I'm not backing against Fangirl, right? I'm definitely
Right.
not. But Venom within me needs to come out.
Oof.
All right, so I
Yeah.
can't hold Venom in much longer.
Oh,
But could this be a case of Jimmy's a star? Could this be the
Oh.
case?
Do you think J-Mac's
I
going to
don't
do a
know.
Willow?
Well,
no,
I don't know.
J-Mac
I'm
doesn't
just
ride like
saying.
that, does he?
No. Well, I'm not saying he does, but could it be a Jimmy's a star? And then all of a sudden,
Oh,
all we do is miss the quaddie and it pays bloody 8K because we didn't put the field in.
I know you want
I don't
know.
Buckaroo. I know you
No.
want Buckaroo in.
I do.
come
I do.
on.
Me and Marto don't mind the top here. We don't mind the 5 first up.
Yeah.
Think
Stick
it
it
up,
over
stick
and
up.
just fine.
But I don't know, mate.
That's the
I
minus,
think the
though.
way Fangirl won first up, it was breathtaking, Marto.
Bloody oath.
Well, Fangirl is
100%.
on
And I
Marto's
reckon this is an
OnlyFans
easy
page.
race, Marto.
It is.
So
It
what's-
looks good.
Yeah. I think it's a step back in grade from what she
Yeah.
beat last start.
Yeah.
And I think she's about $1.50 than what Mr. Brightside was last week. So why not go one out?
She's the brightside one well.
Yep.
Look,
Anyway, the Phantom's gone 1 before by 6, which is only $12 for your 10%, 24 for 20,
Beautiful.
8 for 4.
120
Plus.
combinations.
Yeah.
cheap.
Look,
it is good
me
to
and
go
Marto,
skinny
we're a
early.
little bit worried about the last leg because we've thrown the 13 in win chat, and me and Marto, we've never tipped it before, and it just keeps winning and embarrassing us.
It just keeps popping up. So it
You
shouldn't
know?
win, but it does.
It just keeps winning.
It could be the
Yes.
lightweight that's helping it out, but geez, I mean, you can't stop him.
No.
It just keeps popping
Right,
up, like
right.
you said.
And
So you got
I
one
think I
thing,
had
don't
something.
Marto's a
Hey,
great man.
we're
Here
back.
it is again. He's actually
Oh.
beaten 2 veg. He's going for the. I thought he was going for the hat trick, but there's a little bit of a slip there because fully lit
No.
was 3 weeks ago, wasn't it, Marto? And then
Yes.
learning to fly was 2 weeks ago.
It was
and
a miss. It was a
Gotcha
second.
last week. So
Yep. We're going back to learning to fly.
was huge first up.
Absolutely. Comes up against Kimochi again. Kimochi, how do you say it?
Kimochi.
Kimochi, yeah.
Kimochi.
Tried and just couldn't quite climb over Kimochi. But that was first up after about a year off. So second up run, I think she's going to be a lot better. And I'm strong into her again this week.
Well, I think you're right. I think learning to fly the way she let down and just a bit of fitness gave out on her right at the end. I think
Absolutely,
she's very right.
absolutely.
Christian Perry,
Yep.
I noticed that you black booked a horse that had probably one of the best sectionals last week in Arctic Glamour, which was caught wide.
Yeah.
Was expected to go backwards.
Well,
but the way that it
this
finished
is a
off its
long story
race,
with Arctic Glamour because I black booked it when it won a trial before its 7th, and it actually beat Inhibitions, which is down to Melbourne this week in race 5.
Yeah.
And I've tipped against Inhibitions this week, who have also black booked from the same trial because it only was beaten half a length. So it's a very interesting tip this week from Pezza. But a great race.
It is a good race.
It's interesting because, you probably got Tis Invincible that's sort of knocking on the door. Kimochi was huge first up, really tough to the line.
Yeah.
Learning to fly. She's had a really long break out of it. Arctic Glamour, she was held up at the wrong time as well.
Don't leave out the top weight. Look at how good's Gay going at the moment as well.
Tropical
Squall. Again, not to leave it out. I'm just, that's all. But I think Marto's on the right one. I mean, I'm sure he'll place. No, look, you've gone. Hang on, you've gone 1, 2. You've gone 1, 2, 1. So you're due to place again this weekend.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Well, she's actually coming to $2.90 now, so that price you've just put up is gone.
Wow.
And Tassie's found a Waller horse in Melbourne this time in race 3, number 8, Ivan's Hero down the straight. What a horse.
That's right. And this horse also had a magnificent trial. Looked very, very nice in its jump out. First up, look, it's never won first up. It has been placed 2 or 2 first up. Ideally, it's going to be looking for more ground, but a 1,400-metre horse, 1,200 first up, Waller Lane combo. It smells like win.
Yeah.
Now, Mastermind Toro, yes, it's come back from Hong Kong, and it was with, I think, Lambing first up and
Richard
stuff
Lambing
here
started off
and all that.
It's
It's won its race. it's won its race. Shove Over, yeah, it's won its race as well.
You got to think
Midweek.
Master Montero won a race on a Wednesday as well. It wasn't a Saturday.
That's right.
That's right.
And
It
I
was
think
Saturday.
Shove Over also won on a Wednesday.
Right.
But Fancy Lansky,
Shove
that's
Over
one of
was
yours.
pretty good
You've
on the
tipped it
Wednesday,
out
yeah, you're
before.
right.
Look, it was,
Yeah.
but I just think that this race, whilst there's a few in it, I put it on top. And the thing that really, I don't know what to do yet, because I have backed it, but it could blow out to $8. It could come in and start a $4 favourite.
Yeah,
So I'm having some on now, and then I'll weigh up whether I go in again. But
Check
I
back in
really
on Saturday.
like I think Damien Lane, who's been riding really well, has got a fair book, and I think this is probably one of his better rides.
Oh, it's a good race. It's a really good race. You got a lot of informed horses. So yeah, and down the straight, what's going to be on, Marto? Is it going to be the rail?
Inside, that's
Inside
right.
or outside, who knows? Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's right.
And some horses run well. Or, this is some horses run well down the straight, or some need a corner. So
that's right. Yep.
And
I think that's gonna. I was watching. I haven't a look at Big Watch, but to be honest, I think 1200 is too far. I think that's a 1,000-meter horse, so $5 favourite there. It's a bit of a false favourite. I couldn't have it. Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. I think Damien Lane. He's going to make the right decisions at the right time. Hopefully, we're in front.
That's it.
And I just wanted to shout out to the owners. Like those silks are so impressive. Like I have no idea what they're thinking. That is
a bit of everything there. Bit of everything.
It looks like a butterfly with a black dot in the middle, and there's like 4 different colours on the wings. It's good job on the silks. They
got. I can tell you the story behind the silks if you like.
Oh,
yeah. The owners have got some children at home.
Oh,
and they thought, you know what? Let's just do some painting.
Well, let the kids decide.
And the kids just splattered the paint up against the canvas, and that's what they came up with.
Oh, mate, I tell you what, look at the hat. It's got the black and the yellow checks on the hat. Where does
it sound half? Does it sound half real? Did I nearly saw one of the
half?
Almost believed you.
Almost believed you.
I almost believed you.
You can sell me on the Marto OnlyFans, but I'm not too sure you can sell me on that. But anyway,
well, that's his lingerie. That's the colour of Marto's lingerie on that
page.
Yeah, I've been on my page.
I have.
All right, boys, I found one here. Second up, Pezza loves a second up progressive horse. Really tough race. Race 5, number 7, Barny. Daniel Moore. Don't ask me the last time Daniel's won a fucking race, let alone won a race on a Saturday. But he's sticking with the progressive horse in the field. Now, I black book Inhibitions after its second to Arctic Glamour, and I black booked Arctic Glamour after it beat Inhibitions in a Sydney trial, Marto. That's how smart, that's how wide I range, Marto. But I've given up on Inhibitions, and I'm throwing out Barny Moore at 850 or 750. Thanks very much. Now, this horse, Tassie, is coming off a kite and win.
But how much by? How much by did it win, Pezza?
6. I think it won by 6 lengths. And it only let down the last 200. So it's absolutely Marto. It was 8 lengths above standard for the final 200.
Yeah.
Absolutely pushed the button and went bang. Now, this horse down the straight, we don't know if it needs a corner or not, but I tell you what, if there is a button to push it, Daniel Moore can push it. I think it's going to beat these because I think Inhibitions is looking for a little bit longer. I think Moesh is a very good horse.
Yeah.
I think Excess is looking for a little bit. I think this is a $150,000 3-year-old race. So I think people want to win it, but I just think the 1100 plays into our hands more than it does other horses. So I think
Pezza, do you think that there's a smoky in this, like the Spruik horse that didn't quite get to achieve Elative? Remember that horse, Elation?
Elation. Right.
It's I mean, again, I'm not backing it, but I think there were excuses first up for it.
No, I think you're right.
Because I did look at this race. I really did look at this race, and I saw Barny Moore, and that's why I asked you how many lengths did it win by, because it was huge.
I think I just like Greg Ural. I think I like Greg Ural in the red and white stripes too. He's got a few.
You're a bit of an Apache cat man.
Daniel Moore. I hate Daniel Moore. I hate Daniel Moore. He never
his
rides
last
a
winner
winner
was
for me.
His last
He never
winner was
rides
in
a winner on a
Singapore
Saturday.
2000. No, you're wrong. Singapore 2022 was his last winner.
There's,
Sorry, Daniel,
Yeah,
if you watched
I
the
think
show.
Daniel's last winner was at Bendigo, I think, about a week and a half ago. But anyway, he hasn't
look,
rode a winner on a Saturday
the
for a
horse
while.
has
I
got
think this
talent.
could be it.
Yeah, the horse has got talent. Like you said, it won by 8 lengths. 8 lengths above standard in its maiden win.
Well,
So I don't normally
last
like
400
backing
was
up
8 lengths
on.
above Marto.
There you go.
Yeah, it's huge.
I don't normally like backing up on last up maiden winners, but that's huge. That's
huge. So
it's saying I've got talent.
If the centre's playing a bit on, like we'll see from the first couple of sprints, and we'll see from Tassie's race too, in race 3 as well, like over the 1200.
100%.
We'll know, and we're drawn out a little bit. We'll see how we go. Let's hope. Daniel Moore presses the button again and just exploded away. It was breathtaking to win, but you never know. But I was going to tip inhibitions in this race. This is the reason why I was looking at the race, and I just thought I found a bit more progressive and a bit better, because inhibitions has hurt us a lot. Usually it cost me a lot of money on a Moonee Valley summer event about 6 months ago, and I was like all over it. It ran fucking second, and
I just think, Pezza, I know that you guys have criticised me in the past for picking one of the hardest races of the meeting. In my opinion, you have tipped in probably one of the hardest races there as well.
I think so too. I think everybody wants to win because it's a little bit of black tie. It's good money. So
I'd be worried about
100%.
Peach Treaty up the inside, but I'm pretty sure that thing needs a bend, to be honest. It's going to be lucky to have the rail to guide it home.
Well, that's the only reason why I think this one's going all right, mate, because it was over like 1,000. It was a weird distance in Kyneton.
Yeah.
And it's only going up a little bit in distance. And the way it won, it looks like it's going to, it needs
like you said, mate, that big kick at the end is very, very handy.
Pezza, did you get Tone to give you a tip in the race? So that way we could have put a line through it?
Oh, no.
Narrowed it down a bit?
The great man. $153 we all line up, boys.
I'm joking.
I'm
joking, Tone.
Oops, a bit of
nice.
Who led the
we got
dogs
15 to 1.
How good today? Cameron Green rescued Australia with a ton.
Nice. It's always one's got to stand up, and we just keep finding one, don't we?
Yeah. He came in at number 4, the 4th drop. Taz, looks like you're really interested in this.
No, hang on. Yeah, I am. But hang on. If he came in at number 4, he's second drop.
Second drop.
That's what I mean. Sorry. He came in second drop, which is amazing. Yeah. Cameron Green coming in second drop. And he rescued
us. Sounds like a footballer. Seriously, how old is he?
He's only 24.
I can't believe he's getting the game for Australia.
Oh!
normally we don't blood guys until we're nearly 30.
Right. Yeah.
No fear for Taz. He's clipping everyone.
Geez, the Kiwi attack looked breathtaking in the first innings. Steve Smith and Uzi, geez, they were fighting a lot of demons in that first hour or two. The ball was zipping around everywhere. And when they got to about 30, you think, geez, they've done the hard work. Let's cash in. And they both got out, 31 and 32. Well done, boys.
Good on him. How about the Matildas? They only put 10 past Becca's 10.
Yeah,
only put 10. It was really, very, very disappointing though, because they scored in the first 34th second of the game.
Oh yeah, right.
So how do you think it would have been if you were Uzbekistan?
Did you see the smart asses on the internet? Did you see that, Taz?
No, I don't.
Where did they play, Taz? Where did they play?
Here, Marble.
Yeah.
In
so
Victoria.
They've got the AFL average goals kicked for the last whatever. And then some smart ass has gone, North Melbourne, take the win because we've averaged 10.3 goals a game. So some smart ass has gone, even North got the win. Because
I love it.
The Matildas are averaging 10 goals a game at Marvel.
Love it. Love it.
So I wrote, I'm a North supporter. It's been a very dark period. I'll take the win.
Good on you.
Yeah. Anyway, round 1. That's why we love the internet. That's why we love the internet for that sort of stuff, not for any other real shit. But anyway, round 1, the NRL, Marto. You're our resident NRL freak. Me and Tez don't really care, but round 1 kicks off in Vegas.
Round 1 in Vegas this Sunday afternoon, our time, Australian. Australia, mate. And then the rest of the round kicks off the following Thursday and through the weekend. But yeah, 2 games in Vegas on Sunday afternoon.
Huge.
A couple of traditional sides versus a couple of very popular sides, and one's owned by Russell Crowe, one's owned by Hugh Jackman. So hopefully they're bringing the crowds in. They're all
very
over
disappointing.
the Super Bowl hangovers and get out and support the Aussies and smash them around without pads on.
I can't believe that they've gone to Vegas. They'll be bitterly disappointed because I just heard on the news or on the radio the other day that Adele's residency has been delayed because she's been unwell. So, you know, with all the NRL players going over there and probably wanting to go to Adele's concert, they'll be bitterly disappointed. So the NRL have probably got this wrong because they've missed Adele's residency dates and concerts. So
I don't think so.
I got a tip from my rugby league mate.
That's how much I care about.
I got a tip from a rugby league mate. He reckons take the Roosters over the Bronx because Queensland are full of shit. So there you go.
Oh,
really?
Jesus. Hey, I tell you what, Barney and I were talking through the week, and we reckon Sportsbet have missed out. They need a novelty bet on how many players are going to be locked up during Vegas weekend.
Yeah,
it's going to happen, right?
All right, boys, we're under a minute. Under a minute.
Yep.
Well done, Marto. We'll put the OnlyFans description down in the box below.
Let's hope it keeps going.
Yep.
And well done, Marto. Well done. You're on fire. And Tassie, thanks
absolutely.
Mate.
Well done. Awesome. Always a pleasure, never a chore.
And Tone, like Scotty Palmer used to say, keep on punching.
That's it.
I don't know.